This evening we learned about world hunger by distributing our group into 3 different sections: very low income, high class, and middle class.
I got a purple slip, which was the upper class. After we walked in, we saw that there was one table that had so much food on it, and it was, we had a buffet and everything.
They all felt like they were being put up on a pedestal that I don't think they wanted to be put up on. Sitting in the chairs, myself and others included, probably felt similarly, like we didn't deserve to be put in the chair. We should have all been sitting on the floor from an equality standpoint.
At first, I'll admit that I felt a little guilty. That soon expanded when I saw that everyone else was just going to be eating rice and water. The middle class was just going to be eating rice, beans, and water. And here we are sitting with our bread basket, our pasta, and chocolate cake.
I have seen poverty many times, but I've never lived in it myself. For a year I lived in Taiwan thanks to Rotary International, and I lived in upper income households all the time, but I would see beggars on the street and see people in shanty houses. The maids in our houses were paid better than most, but still sent most of their money back home to support families in other countries.
It makes me realize that the world isn't as fair as everyone likes to think it is.
You really don't think about it after a while. On the television, you see people in third world countries. Tonight we learned about people in America and places you don't really expect there to be poverty. You get numb to it, as one girl said. You don't think about how you could help or that other people are hurting.
I was totally aware of it, but I think that I was almost numb to its effects until experiencing this activity. When I sat there and I realized all the food that we had and the food that everyone else didn't have, it made me feel I didn't want to eat it. We got all this food and we're already well fed, and then they got close to nothing and they're starving.
NSLC teaches us to think and see things in a broader spectrum. Living in America, usually we only think of that, our lives in America.
People in this country choose to turn the other cheek and sort of look the other way. I think people subconsciously know that they're hungry people, but we don't see them in our day-to-day lives. And so as a result, we sort of become blind to what's right in front of us, even if it's present in our own country.
International diplomacy makes us look outside of our comfort zone into the real world.
Like with the tsunami in Indonesia 9 years ago, within minutes people knew that it had happened, and within days people were writing checks, people were going to Indonesia to try to help. I've realized now more than ever that 100 years ago, 50 years ago, we could just sit back, write a check, and that would be the end of it, but now we actually act. We've been granted the opportunity to come to NSLC, and now that we have that opportunity, it is our goal as the young people to go forth and share our knowledge and our experiences with the rest of the planet.